Hey there everyone, welcome back to another week of cooking. Last week we made our stewed apples and eggy bread, and I hope everyone had a really good time making that. We'd never really done breakfast on the show before, and I really wanted to delve into a nice breakfast dish that everyone could make for themselves and their families. And I'm really happy that we had the opportunity to make a breakfast dish for everyone. This week we're not going to be doing a breakfast dish, we're going to be doing something special. We're going to be doing a chicken, not to say that breakfast isn't special, but we're going to be doing something extra special. We're going to be making a chicken pot pie. We're going to be using our chicken, our veggies, our onions, and all of our ingredients that we have laid out here. We're going to make a nice chicken pot pie. While this meal sadly isn't freezable, it can be put in the fridge throughout the course of the week and can be served when you need a lunch or a dinner. So what we're going to be using is some of our chicken stock. We're going to be using a full quart of chicken stock to make our chicken we have here that's been pre-cut and cleaned. We're going to be using a third cup of our flour, a half cup of our milk, another quart of our chicken stock, a third cup of butter, a third cup of onion, some salt and pepper, some mixed vegetables, and this organic no salt seasoning, a half cup of that, in order to make our chicken pot pie today. So first, we're going to put on our chicken. That's the wrong burn. We're going to put that on roughly medium heat, and we're going to pour in our chicken stock. Now that we've poured in our chicken stock, which is a medium heat right now, what we're going to do is we're going to pour in a half a cup of our no salt seasoning, organic no salt seasoning. My family uses this for a lot of different stuff. We use it for pork and things like that. And since this doesn't have any salt, if you have people in your family that can't have a lot of salt, like my grandma, this dish is perfect for them, because the chicken in here doesn't really have much salt in it. So we'll stir this around gently, having minor spillage, that's okay. And then now we'll actually put our chicken in. So we have one, nice and gently. Make sure that time I lay toward me, but you should really lay away from you. Lay that away. Lay away. Lay away. Lay away. Lay away. Lay away one more time. Put all of our chicken in. Then what we're going to do while we're waiting for our chicken to cook is we're going to cut up our onion. We're just going to want to mince this into nice little cubes. We're not going to want to do this in the half cubes, which we always do. What you can do is cut them into half cubes, or what you can do is cut them, you can cut your onion long ways like this, then you can cut it in half again like this. I'll see if I can pull a little closer to show you. There you go, we've cut our onion in half, and you can cut it in half like this, then cut like this, and then cut like that, so you have nice small cubes. They're not perfect cubes, but they're cube-ish. Cooking really isn't an exact science. I mentioned this before, but I had a chemistry teacher who compared chemistry to cooking. And while chemistry might be an exact science where you know a lot of stuff that's going on, you have precise formulas, carefully controlled experiments, here it's not like that. Here we're lucky. Here we're lucky if we don't make a mess. That's what I say. And if we make some good food too, that's really good. But cooking is like an adventure. So we'll cut our onions in nice cubes. That's wonderful. Cut it smaller. Once you get your onions into the state that I showed you earlier, you want to just cut down on them. We'll cut down on these more in a second. We just want to get these cut, this over here cut as well. Make sure you don't cut yourself. Cut up our onion. Check on our chicken. Our chicken's coming along nicely. We're still recording. That's wonderful. I really like this. Now that we have these, oh man, I'm starting to cry. Oh man, that hurt my eyes. Whew. Okay, sorry for the brief delay for a second. I cut the root of the, I cut the root of the onion by accident. I got a little staggery. That's okay though. All right, we'll open up our Dutch oven. Now you don't technically use a Dutch oven to do this, but I'm really sloppy. So we're going to do this in the Dutch oven. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to heat our third cup of butter to medium heat. There we go. We'll melt our butter over medium heat. Our third cup of butter. Stir that all around and melt that over medium heat. You want to make sure we get our butter spread around evenly in the pot. See how I'm moving? You can't see right now, but I'm moving the butter all around. I was moving the butter all around. And now we're going to put a third cup of our onions into the mixture. We'll put our onions in the mixture as well as we melt our butter. We're doing all of this over medium heat, so we're going to cook this third cup of onions until they're nice and tender. Now we're going to stir all this stuff together and we're going to cook the onions until they're nice and tender. I can get a bigger utensil to stir with. I got one of these two red things to stir with. This will probably be a lot better. Yes, this is a lot better. This big red paddle thing. So now what I'm doing is I'm essentially stirring my onions in my melted butter to ensure the onions get nice and tender, and then we're going to put in our flour, milk, and broth afterward. So we've melted our butter, and now we're going to cook our onions until they're tender. This should take about 2 minutes, but you can do a little more or a little less depending on how tender you like your onions. Our onions are starting to tenderize. You want to make sure you stir this constantly. Our onions are getting tender, which is good. So now that we've cooked our onions, we can put our flour in. We're going to want a 1/3 cup of flour. We're going to want to stir in our 1/3 cup of flour, our 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and our 1/4 teaspoon of pepper until everything is nice and well blended. I have a 1/2 teaspoon here, so we're gonna want about half of the 1/2 teaspoon. And now we're gonna stir this together until it's well blended. You can't see right now, but the flour is starting to thicken the mixture. Oops, sorry. There we go. Alright, now these things are nice and stirred together. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add in our we're going to gradually stir in our broth and our milk, cooking and stirring until bubbly and thickened. So first we'll do our broth. We're going to gradually stir it in until bubbly and thickened. I can't do broth and milk at the same time because I don't have 4 hands, but I'm doing the best I can. Recording, which is good. You want to make sure you do it gradually. Keep stirring that. There's our box. There's our quart of broth. Now we'll do our half cup of milk. And we're going to cook and stir, and we're going to continue to cook and stir that. I had to do my milk up once. We have some spills. I gotta stir more gently. Nice and gentle, nice and gentle. Look at that. We're going to continue cooking and stirring until it's bubbly and thickened. It's starting to get bubbly. It should thicken up soon. The point of this is we want to have a nice thick chicken pot pie filling, so we're making our filling right here and now. So we're going to continue stirring until this is thickened. We're still recording, which is good. The chicken pot pie mixture starting to smell really good right now. There, it's starting to thicken further. This is good. It's just taking a little while to do so. I'm putting this on camera because this is something you have to consistently stir. Here's what our mixture looks like currently. It's not the thickest thing in the world right now, but it's starting to give a little resistance, meaning that it's starting to thicken Now this is starting to thicken even further. I suspect this should thicken even further. This is my first time actually making chicken pot pie, so I'm a bit of a novice at this. Continue to stir. I expect this should thicken even further. Our ginger pot pie mixture is still continuing to thicken. It's just taking a little while. I have my chicken still going at medium heat over here. There's a picture of it. Not a picture like a live recording, but at least we got to see the chicken. Back, we're gonna wheel back over to the pot pie mixture. We're still stirring and cooking. This isn't like the eggy bread recipe last week where it was a lot quicker. This is rather for, this is going to be a longer recipe. So there's going to be a lot more sitting around here and stirring and doing all that type of stuff. But we're going to have a lot thicker of a product at the end that it can be served as a lunch or a dinner and something that could bring your family together. Chicken's starting to bubble a little bit. Filming is continuing, so it's all good. And my mixture's coming along good, well. Even though it's getting thicker, it's a little liquidy. Again, this might seem like a lot of dead space, but we're just making sure our mixture thickens. We're going to come back once we actually do the pie stage. Stay tuned.